everyone, I'm Becky,
And I'm Sarah.
and we're doing Bickering Book Reviews. Today we are talking about Tomorrow by Abbi Glines, which we applied for and were given an advanced reader from the author through her publicist.
Thank
And
you.
we were very excited, but we were also very nervous because we got the book like 72 hours before we were supposed to post the review. But it was a quick read, so it worked.
But we did it! Even me!
Yes. Okay, so this book is about Sailor Copeland, and Sailor is from Nashville. Her father is an internationally known, famous country singer, and every summer she goes to stay with her mother's, her mother's very absent and special. But Taylor goes to stay with her mother's mother in New England, and she loves it there. And the people next door have twins around her age, a boy and a girl. Cora, who becomes her best friend, and Creed, who becomes the boy she falls in love with. And something happens and they get pulled apart, and he just kind of like walks away and she never sees them again. So when they were like 17-ish. So then the story kind of picks up. It's right after college, and Sailor is with her boyfriend at his new apartment in Boston, and his new roommate comes in. It's Creed. And it opens a whole can of worms of feelings and issues, and who is Sailor going to love and what is she going to do? And she goes to take over her grandmother's house because her grandmother has passed away. And Creed kind of follows her, and things happen from there.
That sounds way more stalkery than it really actually feels. Creed kind of follows her, you know? And things happen.
You can romantically follow people.
Yes.
It doesn't have to be like in You, where, people end up in cages.
So to be fair, Sailor does not end up in a cage.
No. So Sarah and I were talking about this because this book it's super quick. Like,
gosh, yes.
I think I read it like in a day and a half.
Well, you did, because we had 72 hours.
That's true. That is true.
And I enjoyed it. Like, it moved quickly, and I enjoyed it. And I think there was definitely room that you could have expanded the story. But I think that it's hit this sweet spot that I think she really couldn't have added anything anywhere. Otherwise, it would have felt too much of something. It feel like I want to compare it to like making a soup, like, and you don't want to put in too much salt or too much vegetables because then it just throws the whole thing off. And I'm making this like culinary reference, and I know nothing about.
I was gonna say, you don't make soup. I make soup, but I'm not going to make a reference.
Don't put in too much salt, and I think if you had added somewhere, it would have been too much salt.
Well, and I think that because like she's very careful where she sprinkles in the backstory, so it's not a YA book. Like, it's definitely new adult, and I think that she could have gotten bogged down in flashbacks, and I really think there are only like 3 or 4.
Yeah, there aren't many.
But those are the 3 or 4 moments you needed to see.
Right.
I
think the only part that you probably could have expanded on is I would have been interested to see Creed's viewpoint. Like, if you had flashed between him and her. But I think that still would have potentially bogged down the story as well.
I wonder if she'll do that.
Yeah, because there is a chapter.
Right. Well, because
I'm not going to get into it too much, though. I don't want to say too much. We'll stop with talking about that.
I can't remember the name of the book. I have the whole series on my Kindle. The ones about Rush and Blair. The first book was just from her perspective. So then she went back and wrote the first book from his perspective, and then the other books are both of their perspectives.
Yeah. Well, see, and like for whatever reason, it felt like a Jenny Han read-alike, and I think what she could have done is this could have been a 3-book series, like where one book as teens, one book as new adults, and the final book like as fully fledged adults.
But I think the story like that she was telling worked in this format. And I think I feel like since we were in Sailor's head, I got to where I liked her.
I really liked her. I liked all of the characters, honestly. Like, and I feel like I'm talking about how I would make it better, but really you don't need to make it better because it's really good the way it is. Like, I really enjoyed this book.
I did.
It really moved. It had the right amount of steaminess. It had the right amount of kind of intrigue. The only thing that threw me was at the end, it got like way melodramatic. And you know how I am about melodramatic books. They just don't work for me half the time. And so like that was just like, come on. But beyond that,
I will say like that last 10 pages, I was like, huh. I was like, we're going there. But I also like I have read probably 90% of what she has put out, and this feels very different. This feels like a quieter Abbi Glines book. It feels like a very different main character. It feels like a very different love interest. And I found that kind of refreshing. And don't get me wrong, like every so often I check on her website because I want another Rosemary Beach meets, my brain is just totally fogging, the crossover series, which you didn't read. But
I read a lot of them and I feel bad, and I'm going to, because I enjoy all of the ones that I read by her.
they all have audiobooks.
And they're like easy, like they're easy to read. They're easy to get sucked into.
Now I'm like looking it up because my brain is so dead. So Fallen Too Far was the one book I was talking about.
Fallen Too Far.
Right. Because like I was looking the other day, I'm like, I think I've legit read like almost everything she's written since I bought Breathe like 8 years
What about her grocery list? Have you read her grocery list?
maybe. She put it on Twitter, I might have. It's Rosemary Beach meets Seabreeze. That's what I was trying to remember. It's been a long day, y'all. It's been a long day. But so should we just rate it?
Yeah.
So our rating system starts at the top with 5 unicorns, go down to 2 unicorns. If we don't like it, it's a horse.
You know what? I'm doing it. I'm going with 5 because I can't think of how to make it better.
See, like I'm like at a 3.5, and I think I'm gonna go with a 3, but now I'm kind of like maybe I'm at a 4. I think I'm at a 4.
Yeah, I'm sticking with my 5. Seriously. There was the last 10 pages that bugged me, but like not enough to make me go, I'm staying with my 5.
I'm going with a 4 just because like I was engaged and I read it so fast. Yeah. Like if there was something like an issue with it, and I think that people who want an Abbi Glines book, this is what they want. So that is where we are on about tomorrow. And we'll see you around.
Bye.
Bye.